Sure feels good to be back at Rambler Sports Locker.
It sure does feel good to be back. Welcome to Season 8 of Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Maria Shetkowski.
And I'm Gabe Perez. Maria, how did you spend your MLK holiday?
Honestly, I relaxed and watched a lot of Netflix. What about you, Gabe?
What? You mean you didn't watch the I Had a Dream speech?
I didn't. Did you?
No, I didn't either. Shame on both of us, I guess. But speaking of dreams, Loyola revealed their NCAA banner this weekend, making a dream come true for the men's volleyball team. This gives Loyola its second NCAA title, with the first being the 1963 basketball championship that Loyola only mentions every now and then.
Loyola's men's volleyball team unveiled their NCAA National Championship banner last Saturday, January 17th, at their home opener against Harvard. Last year, the team made program history after winning their first volleyball championship title. The last time the Ramblers achieved a national championship title was when Loyola's men's basketball team won in 1963. Senior captain Cody Caldwell was honored to stand beside his teammates.
It was pretty cool. The whole ceremony thing was cool, and we had, I think, like 1,800 people here too, which was awesome. Get the crowd involved too. It was the best day of my life, so it was cool to see.
Senior captain Cody Caldwell was honored to stand beside his teammates.
I had some butterflies, honestly. Like, we were standing there with my team, and it just kind of like got me hyped up to play and like to be in season again, to have another 4 months of playing volleyball games against some competitive teams, and to accomplish the goals that we want. So it's a good feeling.
Head coach Shane Davis described his journey with his team as he watched the program grow throughout the past few years.
Seeing the video and the banner just brought a ton of memories, and seeing all the alumni on the stand was a great moment for me. I've been around for 17 years now. So just seeing the guys grow and seeing them change, and I think it's something that I enjoy every year, is seeing a guy come in, whether it's their freshman year, junior year, or senior year, and seeing how much they evolve from day one to the end of the year, and just seeing how much better they get from day one until the end. So that's kind of a proud dad moment in a sense, but it's enjoyable to watch and see.
The Ramblers currently hold a 3-0 overall record this season, and despite their #1 ranking, Jeske recognizes the room for improvement.
I think it's mostly just take it day by day. That's really all you can do. I mean, we know that right now we are ranked #1, but that could change. But to keep it that way and to be where we want to be at the end of the season is to work hard every day for games. But everyone has their things they're working on right now, and hopefully by the end of the season we can all kind of bring everything together. We're definitely not as good as we need to be, so we're all working on little things to get better at.
Caldwell believes that the team is not defending their national championship title, but rather pursuing a new one.
We do have a big target on our back. Other teams are going to want to beat us, but we're in pursuit of another championship, and there's some guys on our team that didn't win last year, so it's a completely different dynamic, and we're just trying to accomplish our goals that we set this year.
The Ramblers show strong promise for another NCAA tournament appearance at the end of this season. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Madeline Kenny.
Following the ceremony was the regular season home opener, where the Ramblers finished off Harvard in straight sets. Also at the game was Sports Locker alum Joe Flaherty in for color commentary. Harvard opened up the first set with a 7-6 lead thanks to this kill from Caleb Zimick. Jeff Jendrick soon tied the score up at 8 thanks to this kill. Jendrick continued his fine set for the Ramblers with this block to take this lead. The Ramblers never relinquished their lead and took the first set 25-23. The Ramblers took control of the second set early and built a 17-10 lead thanks to the several of Cody Caldwell's team-high 15 kills. The Ramblers had a 44.4 kill percentage in the second set and took it 25-17. The Ramblers staked another lead in the third set thanks to one of Thomas Jeske's 13 kills. Though Rambler errors gave some life to the Crimson, Nick Olsen silently the comeback with the timely kills and had team-high 5 blocks. The Ramblers capped the third set with a Cody Caldwell kill and took the final set 25-22. We've all got things to confess, athletes, reporters, Maria. Let's tune into This Week in History to see what's important confessions happened this week in sports history.
This week in history, Lance Armstrong made a confession that shocked the world. After more than 10 years of consistently denying it, he publicly admitted that he committed doping to improve his cycling performance. 2 years ago, Armstrong came clean by answering a yes to Oprah Winfrey when she asked him if he ever took EPO, testosterone, cortisone, human growth hormone, banned blood transfusions, and committed other types of blood doping in every of his 7 Tour de France victories. Armstrong as well said that it was not humanly possible to win the Tour de France 7 times in a row without doping. As Armstrong will say, the scariest part of this one big lie was that in the moment when he consumed these substances, he actually thought that what he was doing was not wrong and did not consider it cheating. Due to this scandal, Armstrong was stripped from his 7 Tour de France titles and banned forever from any cycling competition. For This Week in History, this is Alfredo Rodriguez. Back to you guys at the desk.
Speaking of confessions, Maria, did you know I played saxophone? Sure miss my band days.
Wow, that's saxy.
Oh.
But it's not as banging as what I used to play in my band days. Percussion, aka the drums.
AKA the triangle, or more like the square, because that's what you are.
Gabe, if anyone is a square, it'd definitely be you. Let's just let Loyola's pep band show you a lesson or two on how to be funky fresh.
You are familiar with the beating of the drums, the clashing of cymbals, and the gleaming horns at most sporting events and pep rallies. This is known as the pep band, whose sole purpose is to pump up the crowd. Dr. Frederick Lowe has been the director of Loyola's Band of Wolves for 7 years now.
And I recruit during the summer for students. I choose all the music. I make sure all the instruments are in good shape, and I rehearse the group. And the student leadership board also is very helpful in keeping all the sections together, doing sectional rehearsals, planning social events, and running attendance, all kinds of things. So it's a group effort, but I'm mainly in charge of making sure that all the bills are paid and all the music sounds good.
The members are dedicated to the band and put in lots of hard work.
So we rehearse about once a month, and we rehearse for 2 hours, and we work on songs, we work on short kind of cheer stuff, and we also work on just general cheers for free throws.
The Band of Wolves can be found at every men's and women's home basketball.
No matter what's going on in the game, what the score is, we always have to be cheering and be a good example for school spirit.
But the reason they love being in the pep band? The camaraderie. And it's just plain fun.
I have some really close friends in band, and also I have a really stressful life, and so it's nice to just go and kind of scream and be crazy once in a while, and so it's a good stress reliever.
The Band of Wolves can be found at every men's and women's home basketball games in Gentile Arena in the heart of the Lakeshore campus. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Allison Krakowiak.
Bang, they're fresh. Is that how you win a national championship? With a funky band and a sick beat?
No, Gabe. You play the sport way better than all the other teams. You just dominate. Duh, it's not a math problem.
I can do math, but how do you solve a problem like Maria?
Honestly, I don't know. But let's go to Jake Mazanke and see how Nick Olson from men's volleyball solves the problem of trying to win another national championship.
Hi, I'm here with Nick Olson from the men's volleyball team. And first off, Nick, I'd like to congratulate you on your #1 ranking in the weekly polls this week. So,
thank you very much.
And after winning the national championship last year, how is the team similar or different?
We're a different team because we lost, Joe and Peter, but we run the same system. We do the same things. We get in the gym. We work hard every day. We know that we won last year, but we're not letting that drag us down and say we already won. We can just, get by that. We work hard. We get after it. So we're still doing the same things, but, with different personnel.
I know coaches have praised your play early in the season for getting after it a little bit, and so what have you done in the offseason to prepare you?
I trained with the U.S. national team for a little bit. They have a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players. Playing on the Pan Am Cup team, that really just helped me to hone my skills as a middle blocker. But I also just getting into the weight room, lifting weights, conditioning, those kind of things that, the grunt work.
And what games you most looking forward to coming up here?
Well, we got Penn State on Friday, which is a huge game for us. But always Lewis and Ohio State are really big home matches for us that we love to get after.
And what do you look for student involvement going forward? We had a great fan involvement last year with the national championship. How do you look to continue that going into this year?
Well, I love seeing so many fans every year at every game. Like, it's amazing the fan support we've gained this year, and I'm hoping that continues from years to come. That the fan support is incredible.
Great, thanks so much, Nick, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Your football team only won 2 games.
Still better than Detroit. Besides, we're first.
Only first in the draft.
Don't hate on my Bucks.
Let's take it to Milop and the Ramble and see what they think about first picks in the NFL draft.
Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Weekly Ramble, our first ramble of 2015. I'm sure you all are ready to see our 2 new pretty faces, and that is me with my glasses and without. All right, just kidding. I'm actually going to introduce them. So we have Elizabeth Suarez and Christina Carbonera as our 2 contestants, and we're here to talk about some football. So now that our BCS title is over, which one of our top 2 quarterbacks out of Mariota and Jameis Winston should be taken first in the upcoming NFL draft? Christina, let's start with you.
Okay, well, Jameis Winston, kid's an all-out package. Back in high school, he was voted the best overall quarterback recruit by ESPN. He earned the Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Alabama. And he also won the Heisman Trophy back in December 14th of 2013. And he was the second freshman ever to win this behind Manziel. And he's also the youngest ever. And currently, after, as you mentioned, the BCS National Championship, they beat Auburn 34-31, and he set an ACC record and a Division I Football Bowl subdivision freshman record. So he's got a pretty good resume, if I would say so myself.
No, I agree. Those are a lot of impressive feats by Winston. Elizabeth, let's see why Mariota's awesome.
Okay, well, Mariota, first of all, anyone who's seen him knows he has really raw athleticism. You can't deny that just by watching him on the field playing. He also has a lot of speed, which is really valuable. His throws are outstanding. He's an outstanding thrower, and he also has a great rushing ability. He's rushed 700 yards in the past 3 seasons, each over 700 yards each season. So, like I said, the speed is really valuable. So another thing is he has a lot of skills that can translate really well to the NFL, such as he can hit targets, he can read quickly, and he also has really quick release of the ball, which is really important, especially on the field during really down to like the minute plays.
All right, so those were some pretty awesome points about Mariota. Now, Christina, I'm going to ask you our first question. You did mention Winston's title run last year, but we're talking about this year's NFL draft, and when we talk about the most recent season, Mariota was clearly better than Winston. So why should Winston be taken first then?
All right, so why Winston should be taken first? Because his game translates directly to the NFL. He excelled in the Jimbo Fisher pro-style offense, which is something Mariota was still unknown in such formation. And also many NFL officials and organizations had concerns about Mariota's starring offense in Oregon.
All right, very, very good points. Elizabeth, like kind of Christina mentioned, yes, Mariota's got all the physical tools, but can that actually translate to the NFL?
I'd say definitely. A lot of people have said that he's a systematic quarterback, and that playing on the Oregon team was a lot different than playing at the NFL level. However, I feel that his potential can definitely grow. He has a lot of things that maybe can still continue getting better at, and I think no matter what, he will still continue to better himself. He's really determined. And he can also make sure his times go down a lot faster.
All right, really, really fair points there. Now you all have one final shot. Christina, go ahead and rebut Elizabeth's argument.
Okay, so although Mariota does have a lot of potential, Winston just seems like the right type of player for the NFL. The Buccaneers, he would be something that they should not pass up. And even the Buccaneer fans, they know who Winston is. Have seen him at FSU. They cheer for him. So I think he would just be another great addition to Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, Elizabeth, let's see you counter.
Okay, I'd say although in the past Winston has won a lot of awards, as you mentioned, I'd say his current past, I guess, or more recent past is kind of questionable. There's been alleged kind of charges against him, so it's interesting to see if he can make it at an NFL level with being determined and focused in the game. He can't really have any outside kind of bad things that could follow upon like the NFL with his whole, I don't know.
All right. Really, really fair points. Now, wow, both of them made really solid arguments. I honestly am having a hard time picking here. I think I'm going to go with Winston, even though I do think that Mariota has been better as of late. I think Winston's antics are more the previous season, not right now. So with that, I'm going to give Christina the win. And now we're going to head back to you all at the desk.
That discussion went way better than ours.
That's because Milap wasn't here to tell me I was right.
And to show you just how that made me feel, here's this week's viral video.
Starring my future husband.
Wait, I'm in it?
Not you, but newly single Cristiano Ronaldo.
After that, yeah, I guess I'd marry him too. And with that, I'm Gabe Perez. Make sure to follow us on all the handles you see below.
And I'm Maria Shetkowski. Don't forget to turn out the lights.
Wait, they're not turning off. Oh, there we go.